Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. This is Dream Another Day Tarot, and this is going to be a reading for whoever needs to hear it. I do collective readings on my channel, so please just keep that in mind, that it is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate with you. Just take what does, leave the rest for somebody else. Hopefully you know the drill. Gender is also fluid in tarot, so I will be using gender neutral language as much as possible in order to make my readings more inclusive, and that way you can just place yourself where you fit. As we get into this reading, just stay open-minded and we'll just see what comes out, okay? Also, I am now doing live readings. So if you're interested in joining me, I'm gonna be doing them every Friday, but the time will vary. So if you are interested, you can ask me questions in the chat on my lives and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. And it's all free. So if you wanna drop me a donation, you can. Those links are always in the description box. So if you did wanna drop me a donation, feel free to check it out. But like I said, the times will vary on Fridays when I do my live readings. So subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and hit the notification bell. And that way you will be notified before I go live. Okay. All right. So I'm getting my spiel out of the way so we can get into this reading. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please do. If you like the video, hit the like button, drop me a comment. If any of you out there are annoyed by intros in videos, you can always skip in. Usually my intro only takes about, it's about a minute, 30 seconds now. So about 2 minutes in. So if you're ever feeling that way, every reader on tarot YouTube world is gonna do an intro, okay? And this is how we kind of, let you know what's going on with us so that you can kind of get an idea of what's going on the channel, or to promote whatever new thing it is we're doing, okay? So just keep that in mind. That's just a standard, okay? So anyway, let's go ahead and get into the reading. So I'm gonna say my affirmations real quick and then we'll go ahead and jump right in. Thank you so much, Spirit, for your divine messages and guidance. We're deeply grateful and we know we couldn't do this without you. Would you please help guide the collective spirit for their highest good, and please bless us and protect us as we move forward into this reading. Thank you. Okay, let's do it, y'all. Okay, so yeah, again, if y'all have any questions, usually all that information will be down in the description box. I do include my link tree down there as well, and my link tree will give you access to all my other socials. So if you want to follow me on TikTok, Instagram, etc., etc. So we're having the High Priestess come out in reverse. Now the first message is really try and take the time to get in touch with your intuition and your inner wisdom. I think that this is a message for all of us, including myself here, because sometimes it's really easy to get caught up with how fast life moves, or all of the stress and worry that we may have about our day-to-day lives, where that we can forget about the wisdom of nature, right? I'm looking at all these mushrooms here. The wisdom of nature, the inner wisdom of ourselves, how we're all connected, right? And be able to really get in touch, So I think that's a good message to start the reading with. And Nine of Swords right on top of the deck. So stress and worry and strife here can really, really impact your ability to think clearly and to be in touch with your intuition. So please try to manage your stress, okay? Also, I'm getting that there could be other people who are interfering with your intuition. And that's just the message I'm getting, okay? It could be a multitude of people here with all these swords. It could be that maybe you're somewhat in the public eye, and so you can feel like you can feel people's energy from people like looking at you or having thoughts and feelings about you. It can be causing you a little bit of stress, and that can be impacting your ability to stay in the flow, basically. Stay in flow and in connection with, your higher purpose, your higher calling, your higher self. Yeah, so Six of Cups here. Yeah, try and nurture those loving relationships in your life, because they're going to bring you a lot of peace and tranquility and joy whilst there's, all this stress around you, right? Keep hope alive, keep faith alive. Like these little dandelions, whenever I see the dandelions that are seeding like that, it always makes me think of when I was a kid, to like blow them and make a wish. Sometimes it's okay to really indulge in those kind of childish beliefs, because they really do help us feel, you know, more at ease. It's like those little things that kind of can bring you joy or happiness throughout the day. Like, nurture your relationships with the people who you do trust, who do show you love. You know, this is kind of like, I'm getting like chosen family vibes too. Like, it's very possible that, you know, maybe you really need to be nurtured, you know, and sometimes it's hard to find in your like real family, you know. So let's go ahead and get into this. Thank you for the starting message, Spirit. Okay, Wheel of Fortune coming out in reverse. So again, if things are challenging for you right now, either financially, emotionally, etc., and you feel like things aren't going your way, it's almost like I'm just getting like, that's just what happens. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, that's just something that happens in life. I don't know why I'm getting that so strongly. It's kind of like, we need to suffer sometimes in life. And we need to take responsibility for our suffering to a certain degree, but then also realize that it's kind of just a part of the process. It's just kind of a part of life. You've got the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck here. Because you need to be reminded that the wellspring is within you. So if you were constantly validated or constantly, you know, given everything that it is you want on the outside, then you would never have to look within for that inner wellspring, because it would just be, you would just have everything on the outside of you. Does that make sense? So it's almost like trials and tribulations really put you to the test, emotionally speaking too here. Where's your emotional resilience? Do you have emotional strength to overcome obstacles, you know? So it's like, and also if you're denying your intuition, and you're engaging with people who bring you stress and anxiety, you know, whether it was the chicken or the egg, you know what I mean? Doesn't matter. You got to take responsibility to a certain degree here. If you're choosing to do that, then the outcome is just going to be suffering and sorrow. And like, I hate to say it like that, but it's kind of like, that's what happens. Like, I'm getting this kind of like, not like that's what you get, because that's really messed up. Like, that's very not compassionate, but it's kind of a shrug from the universe. Like, what do you expect, hun? You know, you're not trusting your intuition. You're not getting in touch with the ancient knowledge that you have. You know, you're not using the plant medicine. You know, you're stressing and worrying. And, you know, it's like, you really need to nurture yourself, and you need to also get in touch with your ancestors. Like, I'm getting also, this is like ancestor energy, you know, is like, listen to the wisdom of those who've come before you. Wow. So if you're denying those things, then like, of course, this is what's going to happen. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. Basically, the universe is saying, but it's all within you. So it's like, you know, whatever it is you're looking for on the outside, that is not going to satisfy, you know, and that's not going to bring you balance or peace and joy. It's almost like it's almost like you're ignoring what's right in front of you. That's what I'm getting. I know this message is kind of hard. Like, trust me, like, I'm staying open-minded to it as well, because, you know, sometimes we need to get ourselves in check a little bit. So for whatever reason, there's something here that's throwing you out of balance. Look, Knight of Cups. It's almost like this message is coming here with love. It's coming with love, and, you know, this is a gift, if that makes sense. Even if it might be hard to hear, but it's kind of like, it's coming humbly, if that makes sense. It's kind of like, you know. Wow. Okay. Death card in reverse. Oh, maybe you're failing to put an end to something, whether that's a personal behavior or that's coming from somewhere else. Look at that, the Chariot. Holy hell. I mean, the energy I'm getting from this is like, it's time to move forward. It's time to let go. It's time to move forward. You can't hold on to it anymore, but you got to get in balance to move forward. It's all about balancing these two energies here, you know? So things are about to pick up and move really fast, okay? So it's important to get yourself in balance before then. Yeah. Okay, so Let's see. I'm going to switch decks real quick. And let's get deeper into this message. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to use this deck. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, things about to pick up. I just saw the Knight of Wands. So it's important that you're not like, how do I put this? Like wasting your energy on things that are not worth your time is what I'm getting. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Wow, Wheel of Fortune coming out in the upright. Okay, that's relieving because I feel like that is confirmation that we're getting back on track, if that makes sense. That this message, that's what the message was. Like I'm getting confirmation that the message was correct. And so therefore, if you're able to do this here, this will be the outcome, is get back in touch. Start using the plant medicine, you know, responsibly, okay? Right? And get yourself in balance, nurture yourself, get in touch with your ancestors, whatever that means for you and however you do that, and get back in balance so that things can pick up and move forward. Look, Seven of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. It's almost like you have put in time and energy and work into something here, and you've been patient, and it's like at a certain point you maybe start to get a little drained or exhausted. And so now it's like, it's time to heal. It's time to purge. It's time to let go. It's time to move forward on your own in some cases here. Like I said, there could be this whole, you know, people around you that are causing you stress and strife, and it's cutting you off from your intuition. But then you're also, you know, taking responsibility for yourself as well to make those decisions. Wow, that card flew. Page of Swords in reverse. This is totally like hidden hater energy. It really is. You know what? Block people if you need to block them, honey. Block them if you need to block them. You know? Hidden hater energy, you know? It could just be people around you who are like watching, you know, what you're doing or paying attention to what you're doing. Yeah, Justice in reverse. It's imbalanced, and it could be throwing you out of balance. But it's just coming from this place of imbalance, basically. And yeah, some of it's not your fault. It's other people. But you also need to not allow it to throw you out of balance here. You know what I mean? Because yeah, it's unjust. It's uncool. It's not cool for people to put vibes like that towards you. But you need to be able to protect your own energy to a certain degree. And not let it affect you, you know? Thank you, Spirit. Six of Wands in reverse, but it's impacting your ability to be successful, dude. Like, you definitely need to move on here somehow with the Chariot. You need to move on somehow because it's impacting your ability to be successful. I'm just being honest with you. Hermit in reverse. It's time to come out of this Hermit energy, you know? Wow, okay. Judgment and the Queen of Swords in reverse. Okay. It's almost like, okay, maybe you are being judgmental also. Keep that in mind. Be open to that message, please. You could be being judgmental, and maybe you need to stop being so cold and cut off here. You know what I mean? And then with the Judgment, it's like, you know, you may be casting judgment on others, but then other people are casting judgment on you. And so it's like this whole judgment energy of just casting judgment. And the Queen of Swords is somebody who has really strong cutoff game. They're totally willing to cut people off. They protect themselves. They've been through hell. They don't take no shit, right? But coming out in reverse is like maybe you need to soften a little bit when it comes to other people, not cast so much judgment. But you also, like we were talking about, need to protect your energy. So it's kind of hard. Knave of Wands at the bottom of the deck with the Knight of Swords in reverse. Ten of Pentacles. Maybe it's time for a new approach. maybe it's time for a new approach. Maybe you can have your own thoughts and feelings about things, sure, without casting final judgments on people and cutting people off and being so severe, because maybe that's not very just. But then it's also like whatever's happening to you also isn't just. This is just coming from dysfunction. Like, that's what I'm getting here. It's dysfunction. You need to learn how to heal from that so that you can take a different approach, so that you can let this go, so it doesn't continue to impact you. You know? Whatever that means. Oh, sorry. It's a heavy energy. It feels like it's impacting the way you see the world. The Lover's in reverse. So it's like, it's a difficult decision, I'll say. It's a difficult decision in love. And it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic love either. Even though obviously this card is romantic. You know what I mean? It's not always romantic in the Rider-Waite Tarot, but in this deck, it's obviously kind of intimate here. So, but I'm saying don't let that throw you, because that might not even be necessarily the message. I'm getting that it could just be about love in general, you know? Like I said, it could be familial, it could be friends, it could be romance. But it's really just impacting you in a really shitty way here. 3 of Pentacles, yeah. Maybe it's time for you to be in a collaborative environment with people who vibe with you, that you can work together with, you know, find that camaraderie, that chosen family energy, right? And be in an environment where that you can be yourself, you can work hard and do what it is you love, and the people around you are going to support you, and you can work together, okay? No more of this, like, casting judgment and having arguments and dysfunction, or people throwing bad vibes your way and it impacting your ability to be successful or feel comfortable. You know what I mean? And the High Priestess energy, it's like, you know, it's just impacting your ability to really fully embody who it is that you are, because you might be surrounded by people who don't recognize you for who you are. You know what I mean? And so they may be casting judgment upon you without really recognizing what it is that you're doing. You know what I mean? As far as like your work, right? With the 3 of Pentacles, your work, what it is you're putting your time and energy into, the things that you love, you know, your craft, so to speak, you know. And yeah, I feel like without that kind of support, it's just making your ability to like, okay, 6 of Wands is also about not really being recognized, so that makes sense too. But it's kind of like you have put off putting an end to something here. Maybe because of financial difficulty also with that Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Maybe that's preventing you from being able to move forward. But things are about to pick up, okay? We got confirmation there that it all starts with you. So if you can go within you and say, okay, regardless of how people treat me, regardless of my circumstance, regardless of my environment, my stress, my worry, whatever, regardless of all that outside of me, I can still come back within myself, and I have that wellspring. It doesn't matter what other people do or say to me, or their energy or their vibe or their opinions or their judgments. None of that fucking matters. Like, none of that has power over me. I have the inner wellspring here, okay? I'm going to be just fine. And I'm going to be successful. I'm going to get where it is I'm going. Doesn't matter how much somebody tries to drag me down or has bad energy towards me. Does not matter. You know what I mean? The time of that impacting you is over, okay? You make that decision. And when you do that, it's going to be like, and especially if you can have like some level of forgiveness and softness and letting go of that and having that frustration, because when you put up blockades towards other people who are around you, you're putting up a blockade between you and everybody else, you and the universe, right? Which is partially kind of what people like that want, subconsciously or consciously, is that if they can attack you enough, then you will start to become defensive. And if you're defensive, then you become defensive to your blessing. And then your blessing won't come in. And then that's how they inadvertently cause you suffering. And some people do it on purpose because they understand that energy flow. And some people do it subconsciously because they subconsciously want to sabotage you. You know what I mean? So you just have to forgive those people for being that way and wish them well on their journey and not allow it to impact you on yours. And just say, all right, like, that's not what I'm here to do. I'm not here to engage in that. You know what I mean? I'm here to do the work, and I'm going to find other people who are doing the work too. You know what I mean? And we're going to co-collaborate and be successful together. You know what I mean? That's the energy I'm getting here. Look, 9 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Emotional resilience and satisfaction here, where you're fulfilled, emotional fulfillment. So it's like, as soon as you can be just satisfied and happy within yourself, regardless of other people, and you can let that go and heal from it, then it's like you're going to be in a much better place to receive, and then things are going to start picking up. Okay, does that make sense? So, and then you can remove yourself from the circumstance or whatever it is, because then you will have the resources and the ability to, but it all starts within you. 9 of Cups coming out. The World. Yep, it's a cycle changing. It's a cycle changing. 8 of Cups in reverse. So it's like, instead of walking away, you know, in, you know, what do you call it? Like being upset and resentful, you're kind of like walking away. Look at that, Hermit in reverse. Again, coming out of your shell. You got to come out of your shell. You found that inner light within, you know what I mean? Knight of Coins. Yeah. Yeah, it's just been a long time coming here. 7 of Coins, you've been waiting. Knight of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles together is like waiting and working here, and it's been a long time coming. Maybe you've just been moving kind of slow here. All right, let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards, and then we will end the message. If you did like the video, please do hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Drop me a comment and tell me what you liked about the video. If you are interested in following me on my other socials, please do go check out the description box. My link tree is down there. That way you can find my main channel, my main YouTube channel that I just started, which please go show me some love, y'all. Like, if you are an OG subscriber and you're watching this video, please go show my main channel some love, my new YouTube channel. It's a reaction channel. And I am literally getting nothing but hate comments over there, y'all. Like, I guess I stepped on the wrong beehive. So I'm just getting like these crazy misogynists and like transphobes, and they're just like flooding my new YouTube channel with hate comments. So if you can please go support me over there. If you support queer creators and people who are, you know, trying to advocate for, you know, folks who are essentially just like, you know, being like the butt of a joke, or being oppressed, or their rights taken away, like, please go support me, because it's ridiculous. And so that's all down there in my link tree as well. So you can follow me on my main pages and on my tarot, TikTok, and Instagram. Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into it. Also, I am going live every Friday now. So please go check out my lives. You can ask me questions there for free, and I'll answer them as best I can. And then you also can drop me donations if you'd like. And those links are always down in the description box as well. Okay. And oh yeah, please remember to hit the notification bell if you do subscribe, so that you get notified when I'm about to go live, because the time will vary when it comes to what time I go live on Friday. So just keep that in mind. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Let's go ahead and close out this reading. Thank you to all my wonderful viewers. What can we do? Just to let it go. And I'm hearing grow up and move on. Not to minimize your experience or anything, you know. Okay. I witness the darkness and call on the light with my prayer. Thank you, universe, for guiding me to perceive this fear through the eyes of the teacher of love. Right? Again, this like fear of judgment, you know, fear and stress about other people impacting your energy. Being able to guide yourself through the way that you perceive the fear with love by calling on the light with your prayer, witnessing the darkness, right? So even if people are casting judgment or bad energy or whatever, you can actually just witness it through the eyes of love and really relinquish your fear and your stress about it. And that makes a big difference. That's how you reduce the impact. Wow, that's beautiful. We're going to do one more. I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. Yep. And that's like, that feels so good. I don't know, that energy feels really, really good, because it's like, again, when you have faith and you have trust, then it's and you know you're being guided, then it's really easy to be able to let go of the pain and the fear and the worry, and be in touch with your intuition, because you know that's the universe guiding you, you know? Wow, that's really beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna end. Okay, no, we want to pull more. Okay, you gotta trust that intuition. Yeah, we're gonna pull just a couple more oracle cards and close out the reading. Thank you, Spirit. It's really beautiful, beautiful reading. Honestly, this is what we do here. We know what I mean. We can work through this. We can work through this together, and we can always come through the other side. That I really, really believe that. Okay. Any other messages for the collective spirit before we end the reading? Everything's going to be okay, y'all. Pure nature. Wow. This really reminds me of the energy in the beginning of the reading of like getting in touch with nature and using the plant medicine and getting back to a place of like cleansed, you know, where you feel cleansed and pure, you know what I mean? And not in the traditional sense of the word, right? But kind of more so feeling, wow, I just heard the word cured. That's pretty wild. Getting back to this like original place. Wow. 2 cards coming out here. Like a bird and Miss Sunshine. Yeah, I like this. This is really feeling like freeing yourself, you know, being happy. This is like the sun card for me, Miss Sunshine. And then like a bird is definitely like liberation, you know? So liberate yourself by being happy. That's basically the message I'm getting, you know? Let yourself be happy. Let yourself be free. See things from a higher perspective like a bird, you know? And realize the light is within you. Because if you look at this card, there's a house and it's kind of dark. It's light. It's like nighttime outside of this kind of castle. And then underneath is Miss Sunshine, right? Shining their light in the darkness, right? From beneath. So it's kind of from like the inside. So I don't know. I'm just getting this really powerful, positive energy. You know, just try and witness the darkness through eyes of love. You know, really forgive and let go. And continue to bring in that positive energy. Trusting yourself. Using the tools at your disposal. And finding people that do support you. That you can work with. And jump into this new cycle of abundance and prosperity, basically, is what I'm getting here. And you can let go of that fear of judgment, and even if you are being judged, you know what I mean? Because people are gonna judge you. It's just the way that it is. You know what I mean? People are gonna have their feelings and thoughts about who you are, what you do, and you know, you just have to forgive them for that, you know, and just let it go and just say, well, I'm not gonna let it impact me, you know. Yeah, sure. It's just, you know, kind of like minimize it, like, you know what I mean? Just minimize it. Yeah, just have faith, just have trust. Yeah, you got this. You're gonna find your people. That's really what's gonna happen here, you know, because there's also plenty of people who vibe with you too, and they get what you're doing, and they support it, you know. So you're gonna find those people. So alrighty, love you guys. Thanks so much for being here. Please again hit those buttons, and I will see you again next time. Bye.